I want to start off by saying thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules and joining us today. I know it's a hectic time for most, especially right now. My name is Jess, and I'm the marketing manager here at Index.io. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, just place them into the chat window and we'll answer them at the end. We'll also be recording this, and a link to the recording will be included in the follow-up email. So I'm sure it's no secret to any of you that the legal world is facing a boatload of challenges with electronic discovery. Challenges like data accessibility, scalability, management, and overwhelming costs. And these challenges are the exact reason Index.io was created. We took the latest technologies and made the most comprehensive e-discovery tool in the industry. So what's so special about us? Well, Index.io is a true do-it-yourself intuitive platform, meaning you can get up and running in minutes without ever talking to a sales rep or even utilizing a project manager. We also cut traditional processing times from days to minutes with our auto scale technology. Need to fire us up on the go? No problem. We offer a free mobile iPad app that is easy, intuitive, and secure. You can literally review, code, redact, and organize your e-discovery documents no matter where you are. Index.io is also the only e-discovery solution that provides a daily hosting model. So what does this mean? Well, it means you have more predictable billing, easier project management, and no minimum hosting charges. There are also no long-term restricting contracts, no licensing fees, no user fees, and no minimums per month. And now for the main event. For today's presentation, we'll be talking with Beth at one of our premier partners, Paragon Digital Imaging. You'll learn more about each of our companies and how we're partnering together. Austin?
All right, thanks for that intro, Jess, and thanks again to everyone joining us today. Beth, can you start us off and give us kind of a quick overview of Paragon?
Paragon has been in business 14 years, and we do project production, scanning, printing, and in the legal setting, we do date stamping and producing documents for our clients. But we also do e-discovery.
I'm sorry there, Beth. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you. Are you still there?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Can you hear me better? Okay,
Yes.
sorry about that.
No problem.
No problem. Paragon has been in business 14 years, servicing the Dallas area and actually pretty much all Texas, and sometimes we do projects outside of Texas. We are a production shop where we can scan, print, do trial prep, and now e-discovery. We've been doing e-discovery. We've been with Index.io for 5 years, and that's pretty much a good overview of Paragon.
Okay, and what's your role within the company?
I'm the e-discovery and production manager. So I have my foot in both areas of our company, doing the e-discovery, assisting our clients getting set up. If they do require project management, we're ready to step in and do that. But I'm also a production manager, so I am managing all the scanning and printing and e-basing that goes on independent from Index.io.
Gotcha. So you're sort of managing more than just the e-discovery side of things. I know when I've worked with you, we generally discuss, e-discovery in the platform and kind of how those tools are working and what we can do to assist. But what other problems does Paragon solve then for its users? You've mentioned you guys are a bit beyond just e-discovery. What's kind of the whole market that you guys are looking at?
Well, our primary market is legal, but we do have a space for oil and gas and other types of industries. And what we're trying to provide is a solution for paper backup archival and producing documents for trial outside of Index.io. If a client needs trial notebooks printed and put together, we do that, as well as trial day support. If a client is in trial, we provide services on a daily basis, running back and forth to the court to assist in anything that we can help them with. So outside of the e-discovery area, our focus is working with our clients, assisting them in scanning and getting their paper documents in electronic format for use, search, and retrieval, but also for archival purposes.
Okay, so you guys do like paper documents, hard documents, scanning, the electronic side of things, trial assistance, really kind of a one-stop shop for these legal resources. What I don't think we've talked about the trial assistance before. What can you give me an example of like something you could help with like same day when one of your clients is going into trial? Do they need like
sure?
Do they need a copy of a file, or what's that look like?
Well, we provide assistance during trial, prior to trial, preparing the notebooks. The client may send us hard copies that we have to scan and Bates. Or they may send it electronically, and we are printing and preparing the actual notebooks for the trial group. That may be not only our clients' exhibits, but it could be plaintiff exhibits that we're working with. As far as day-to-day trial work, what we can do is if they have a group of documents that just came in, they can email that to us, we'll print them, and then we'll run them to the court. If sometimes they may not want to have all of the binders and boxes at the court, maybe because of space storage restrictions, we're on hand to deliver boxes that they may need immediately, and just provide the support, basic trial support for them in terms of preparing documents and getting them to them either in notebook format or electronic format. Some of the courts are allowing electronic format to be viewed on screens, and we will prepare that for our clients as well.
Gotcha. Very cool. I don't think I've seen that level of service from any of our other partners yet. That kind of same day like trial assistance. That's very cool. What would you say the number one thing your users like about Paragon? What do you guys get great feedback about?
We get good feedback because we can do so much. We can take it from, help a client from the very beginning of litigation through discovery, through trial. And for our non-legal clients, we provide that same service, obviously in a different format, but we are an all-inclusive company. If you come to us with a project, we can take it from beginning to end and service our clients during that entire time, sometimes with project management, sometimes without, but we are a one-stop shop place.
Yeah, so your clients are coming in looking for a start to finish, assistance with their whole case, the whole process.
Correct. And sometimes they just come in, a month before trial. So we're flexible in terms of when we start working with a client. We're just there to provide whatever they need.
I see. Well, let me ask you a couple questions about your experience kind of with Indexed.io. To start, how many different people at your company have been using the platform?
We have up to 3 people using it. We've been a client, a partner with Indexed.io for 5 years. I've been here the last 3 years, and my background is in e-discovery and litigation support from being within a law firm. So we have good experience over 5 years with Indexed.io.
Excellent. And you mentioned that you kind of do like the higher level like project management stuff. You do a lot of like e-discovery management and kind of setting up these cases and things in the Indexed.io platform for your users. What has that experience been like working as like, a single project manager? I know a lot of people come in, they have large teams that are managing these cases. But it sounds like you're really getting in, working on your own, setting up these cases, getting the data loaded for your clients, and helping them get access and things. Have you found that the platform's been beneficial for that? Has it met your needs as kind of a one-person project manager handling all of these different cases?
Yes, it works really well because of its flexibility. In terms of project management, even if our client is requiring kind of a small case in terms of litigation, we can still project manage it at a very affordable rate. Sometimes it's in the background, it's just included. If it's a larger case that has multiple client project managers, then we will have our project team work directly with the client to make sure that IndexIO is providing the exact service that is needed to meet their demands.
Gotcha. So you mentioned you've been using IndexIO for a couple of years now. When you started up with the platform, what was that process like? Were there any like startup costs, or did you have any issues getting up to speed on the platform? What was that like?
No, there isn't any upfront cost for us or for our clients, and like I said, unless they need some project management. But for the software itself, there isn't any upfront cost. It's very, you could set it up in a matter of hours, start putting data in, getting it ingested in IndexIO, and then, being able to start searching, within, 2 or 3 hours after the data's been loaded up, again, depending on the amount of data. It is pretty self-explanatory, and there's always videos. If you have a question, you can watch a video. And, we provide that training. Some of our clients want more hands-on training to help them with the system, and we provide that training as well. We can do it remotely, or we can go to our client site and train the users. And I know that Austin mentioned it before, but one of the wonderful facts about IndexIO is that there is no user cost. Most e-discovery platforms charge by user, and IndexIO does not. So that enables us to go out and train as many people that will be hitting that system as possible.
When you bring a new user on like that, around how long does it take to get them up to speed on the platform? You say you do like a training session. Are those like 30, 60-minute sessions, or when do your clients generally feel comfortable with the platform?
Usually we can get an average user. We would do 20 to 30-minute setup for them and show them how to do their searching and how to build their reports and do their review. With larger cases or more people on the client side involved, what I like to do is I like to set up training based on how the user will use it. If the client has an admin person who will be working with in IndexIO, that's a different training than an attorney or paralegal who's going to be reviewing the files. So we, tailor our training based on the role of the user, the client user.
Right. So you get the training specific to what they're going to be doing in the platform.
Correct.
Very cool. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff that the platform can do. So we do sort of the same thing with our trainings. Is we try to direct to what the client's actual need is there, and then we can build on that basic knowledge as they use it more and more. Do you have a favorite feature or a part of IndexIO?
I particularly like the tagging of documents during review. It's very user-friendly and intuitive, and it's very easy to go back and search for all the documents that you've tagged with, let's say, confidential, attorney eyes only. You can do that very easily with minimal training.
Excellent. Yeah, I know the tag building, the tag form that you can create, and just kind of the way that the system organizes all of your data by tags. We hear a lot of great feedback about that. It makes it very easy to filter things. You can even go into like the admin area and filter out entire like tag sets from your users, so they can just, you can hide junk from them right up front, really get them down to like their core set. The tagging tools are really powerful. So I'm glad that you like that feature. That's always good to hear. What other advice might you give to people considering starting up with IndexIO, or that are looking at, Paragon digital imaging as a service?
What I would say is, give us a chance to talk to you about your needs. We have had experience where a client just wants to put the data in there and doesn't really want to talk long-term how they want to use it. And sometimes that requires kind of growing into the system rather than setting it up front. Now, once we set up, help our clients set up how they want to use IndexIO, it doesn't mean that can't be changed. It certainly can be changed, but that upfront discussion as to how they're going to use it, if they're going to have review teams, or if it's just going to be one or two people going in and doing searching, that all makes a difference in terms of how the project is approached. And so if we can have that 15-minute discussion up front, then I feel that we're able to set up IndexIO to work very closely with what the client expectations are and exceed them.
Right. It's a very flexible platform, so I know what you mean. There's a lot of things that can be filtered right out of their view, so they don't have to deal with that.
Correct.
And to kind of streamline their process and make sure it's as easy as possible for them. There's a lot of kind of management that can be done. So I like that, the upfront conversation. We try to have those as well with our users. Anytime someone comes up and signs up for a new trial, we reach out and, offer free training, see if they want to hop on a call and ask questions, kind of see what the tool has to offer them. So I'm glad that our partners are doing that as well.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to say? I think that's the end of my questions here. And we're getting close to the bottom of the hour here. So if anyone watching has any questions, go ahead and get those in the chat now. Beth, anything you want to say? Final thoughts?
What I would really want to impart is that we are an IndexIO partner. We use IndexIO internally, but we also can assist our clients from the very, very beginning, before e-discovery, through trial. And so we're really a one-stop shop for our litigation clients, our oil and gas clients, depending on the industry. We can start from, scanning 50 boxes to manipulating that data electronically, getting it into IndexIO, providing the review tool, and then preparing for trial and so forth. So we really are a one-stop shop, and IndexIO has made that very easy for us to do that for our clients.
All right, excellent. So if you need a little bit more than just the basic e-discovery, Paragon Digital Imaging, a great resource to reach out to. I think their contact info has been flashing through this webinar the whole time. If anyone has any questions specifically for Beth or for myself, definitely reach out to us. Thanks again for joining us today. And Beth, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Tell us a little bit about the company. We'll have our next webinar session next month, and I hope to see everybody there again as well.
If it's okay, I'd like to give our telephone number out real quickly.
Sure, yeah.
It's 214-752-5566. And my email is Beth, BETH, at paragon-legal.com. And just, our area code is Dallas area, and one of our offices is in Dallas, but we support our clients throughout the country.
All right, excellent. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.